I thank you for coming down. I just kind of thought I'd ask you a few questions, really,
Why?
because as you may know, you are a GTA addict, and I kind of wanted to ask you a couple of questions about the lead up to GTA and how you felt and what sort of emotional experiences happened on the lead up between 2011 and 2013 last year. Do you care to give me some of your time? I have coffee here at the ready, and it's all ready.
This is weird, but okay, I guess.
So let's. Well, I guess we should start at the beginning, really. How did you feel when you first knew that GTA 5 was coming? It was announced, wasn't it? You remember that? That was good.
I do remember that to the day of yesterday, even though I don't necessarily remember what happened. Yeah, I do know what happened just. Anyway, I actually know how it happened still. It was on a Tuesday, I believe, on
Hmm.
October 20, I think it was 25th. Not, don't know precisely anymore, but it was at 1:15 p.m. in the afternoon.
How many seconds?
I don't know precisely the seconds, but I do remember looking at the time when it was announced, and I actually still know the exact position the tweet from Rockstar was in on TweetDeck. I opened TweetDeck and I
Yeah.
couldn't believe my
So I
eyes.
remember it popping up in the top right of my tweet deck.
Yeah,
GTA hashtag GTA 5, wasn't it, or something like that? And it was just like, oh.
yeah, and then the link to the Rockstar website,
It was a
and
7 day countdown, wasn't it? Or was it? It was
yeah,
7 days.
no,
Yeah, 7 days.
it was until November 2nd.
Okay, so
Um,
you see this.
so
What
that
is the
would
immediate
be
response?
the immediate response. I lost my fucking mind. I went shaking and everything because even though I knew the game was gonna be, far, far away, it was finally official. I mean, rumors have been going around for a long, long time, and everyone was already expecting it to come out, but no official statements were made, and I knew that the game was in development since December 2008. So
It seemed like a long time. I
yeah,
mean, we'd been
yeah,
looking for.
it was in development for like almost 3 years, and then it finally was announced, and it was just, I immediately went up to a classmate of mine. Well, it wasn't necessarily a mate. I despise the guy now, but and just lost my mind like the J5 is announced. I mean, for the rest of the day I was just shaking and shit. And this is something that always happened with me when there was something new announced of GTA 5. I completely lost my mind, and
We'll
for the
get to
next three
that.
hours
We'll
I
get to
couldn't.
that.
For the next 3 hours I couldn't stop shaking and shit. So basically all my concentration for the rest of the day was just gone. And after that, on Wednesday, I still remember seeing the IGN live stream because I was like, okay, at 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock my time, which is 5 p.m. UK time, the trailer was released, and
I
in
had
anticipation for that live stream,
I just
I
about
sit down.
started my paper round. I was about to go out and do my paper round when that went live. I watched it once, phoned up a mate of mine, and he was like, "Hold on, I'm watching it, planes!" And then it was like, "Oh yeah, awesome!" And I went out. So
Yeah,
this was pre GTA Menta. This was pre GTA YouTube time for me. Like I had no I didn't even start it until next year because I didn't think it was worth anything.
yeah. And with me, it was like I was sitting with my laptop on my lap and just watching it and just waiting for the trailer, and then obviously the live stream started lagging, and it's like, ah, shit, where do I go? So I went to the Rockstar website. Obviously that was down, and back then I didn't necessarily know where to go except for the
Your one
website of
safe
Rockstar.
haven,
So I
the
was just sitting
newswire.
there refreshing the page, and then after 5 minutes, while my mom was screaming from downstairs, "Dinner is ready, come on!" It's like, hold up a second, and then I watched it, and then the first thing I saw, everyone in the media was like, Vice City was like, no, it's San Andreas, because I was saying it all the time, like it was like, oh, we're going back to Vice City, I mean, look at
There was
all
a
that
lot of
stuff.
talk about that. That was an interesting chat that had been had. Because there
Yeah.
were there were a few things dotted around, weren't there? Sort of that you could have thought were pointing towards.
Well, my theory behind it was we've been in Liberty City like a dozen
It
times. I
was a
mean,
long time.
GTA 3, Liberty City, GTA Vice City, San Andreas once, Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories, and 4 also Liberty City. Now, my, my thought process behind it was we've been to all of them already, and people have been screaming for San Andreas for a long, long time, and obviously we're going back to San Andreas because we've only been there once. And I was right. And it was like, told you motherfuckers! But then, back then I didn't necessarily have a lot of Twitter followers, nor did I have any, you know,
So let's
YouTube
just jump
followers.
forward, shall we, to when I came across. Yeah. So we've made introductions now. I've started annoying you. Yeah. This is. Let's try and think here. I mean, it was anything that came out. You went berserk. Screenshots were the ones that got me. YouTube fever began, and just like everybody started going looking for all this stuff, and it was pretty cool. But
Honestly,
the
I didn't necessarily care for the YouTube stuff
I
side of
loved it. I
things
thought it was awesome.
when all the info came out. I basically, there was this drive of me like, oh my God, quickly I have to make a video.
Yeah. The beauty
But
of it was that there was no info. If you ask me, you had like a little bit that
no,
came out. Like you had
if
the
you think back
screenshots,
at
and then
it,
that was it.
If you think back at it, we have never had any info apart from the previews. Previews were always good. I mean, those were the ones where you really got the
Hmm.
information. But if you think back at what
Screenshots led
information
on
we
to a
all
little bit
got
as
and
well,
how
but
much there was false, for example, the radio was a big deal. I mean, rumors were going around and people were saying that it was confirmed that the song called "Radar Love" was in GTA 5, which unfortunately wasn't true because that song is just amazing. But,
it was good to. I liked it that there was just no news whatsoever. Rockstar did. They mentioned the thing came out, and then you didn't hear a damn thing. But people carried on going insane about it, and I thought that was really that was a pure example of how strong social media is.
well,
To me, anyway, it just showed how like if you've got a good fan base, this is what can happen.
you remember when Max Payne 3 was still, uh, you know, on its way to be released,
I didn't pay too much
and
attention to Max
Rockstar
Payne
kept
until it came out.
posting Max Payne 3 stuff all the time. I was really looking forward to Max Payne 3 because I knew GTA 5 wasn't going to be out for quite a time.
Yeah.
My thought process behind the whole Max Payne business was once they're done with Max Payne 3, they're going to announce a release date for in October. Unfortunately, it wasn't the case.
Hmm.
But a lot of people were screaming, "Oh, Rockstar never releases 2 games in 1 year," and then I threw them with facts and stuff like, "Yeah, they released Midnight Club and GTA 4 in the same year. Go away."
I enjoyed Max Payne
I
as a game.
enjoyed Max Payne a lot. That was
The
one of
same with
those
Red
games
Dead.
that,
Both of those games I ended up getting on day of release, like going in and getting it because it was just whatever, and I had no idea what I was going into, and I had no like pure desire to go after it. I was like, some games you go, I definitely want that game. I hadn't had that with these. I was like, I'm kind of short on money, and then someone was like, look, we're getting it. It's a bit like GTA, only in the Wild West. Come and give
Red
it a
Dead,
go.
man.
And it was
Man, what a
fun.
game was that?
I
Oh
really
my
liked
God.
that game. Loved it. I love the story. That's the thing I think Rockstar are really good at doing, and that's pushing a story through.
Rockstar, I mean, the writers at Rockstar, man, the stories
Very
they
good.
make, Eleanor, this, it's just, I don't even know, man. I've never played the first, Max Payne episodes or however you want to call them,
So yeah.
but I don't necessarily, have any thought process of what the first 2 were, but
Do you remember
still.
the? Let's jump forward again to the first video that we'd seen after that very first trailer. What was that? Was that was trailer 2, wasn't it?